Hey, family, tech man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. We're going to do part two of last night's choices to the blessings. We're going to continue from 25 to 50. I hope you got something out of it. Of course, I did. It was a beautiful thing. Yeah, I'm surprised my boy ain't come on. He usually come on in. Okay, family, let's begin. Here's the truth most people never grasp. Your adversities are not accidents, they are algorithms. Every hardship you face was co authored by you, not because you deserve punishment, but because your choices, conscious or unconscious, built the bridge to that struggle. And that struggle, it wasn't sent to destroy you, it was sent to school you. Think of it like this: your choices equal your consequences, which is your adversities. Your adversities is the curriculum, the lessons, and the lessons are the compensation, which are the blessings. So your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. You cannot skip the blessings. You cannot bypass the lessons. And you cannot blame faith for a fire you helped fuel. But here's the miracle. The same hand that lit the match can light the way out. This is not about guilt. This is not about agency. When you see that your choices shape your suffering, you also see that your new choices can shape your salvation. The adversity becomes a classroom, not a prison. The pain becomes a professor, not a punisher. I'm going to start from 26. Like I said, last night we finished. We started off finished with why did I stay in the hate city? So now we're here at 26. Excuse me. Let me uh, let me light my spliff and get into my skiff. Why do I ignore my creative gifts? Answer: because I choose practicality over passion. I thought art could pay bills. And like I tell you, every answer that I give you is a person being honest with themselves. Why? Their why this didn't happen or why I did this or that. So understand that the choice is the adversity. 15 years of corporate emptiness, existential crisis at 40. The lesson: creativity is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. You don't have to monetize it to honor it. Let me say that again. You don't have to monetize it to honor it. The blessing: started painting on weekends. Now I have gallery shows. My wasted years became my canvases. It's through your adversity change takes place. You have to go through the adversities to get to the changes. The lessons to the blessings. 27. Why did I compete with my siblings? Answer: because I chose rivalry over love. I wanted to be the successful one. I'm going to leave that one alone. Your choices: strained family gatherings, no real connection, deep loneliness. The lesson: siblings are not competitors, they are co heirs of your story. The blessing: Apologize. Now we talk weekly. My competition became my collaboration. 28. Why did I work through my vacations? Answer, because I chose productivity over restoration. I thought rest was lazy. The choice, burnout, weight gain, divorce, all by 45. The lesson, rest is not reward, it's requirement. You are human, not machine. The blessings, now I take 4 weeks off yearly. My business grew because I was rested. My hustle became my harmony. And see, these stories are just regular stories that people go through. When you turn your adversities into blessings, and you take the lessons that it gives you to make your life better. You know, a lot of people are missing out on so much just because they're not paying attention. 29. Why did I hide my past mistakes from my partner? Answer, because I chose shame over honesty. I thought they'd leave it if they knew. Choice. They found out anyway. Trust shattered, almost split. The lesson. Secrets are barriers. Transparency is the bridge. The blessing. Came clean, we're built with radical honesty. Now we have no hidden corners. My secrecy became my safety. And it's about keeping it real in life. You know, my mother used to say, if it's not too bad to do, it's not too bad to tell. You know, if you did it, yeah, own up to it. Be a man, be a woman. Yeah, I made a mistake and move on. It's already done. Number 30. Why did I stay in a spiritual community that shamed me? Answer, because I chose fear of hell over love of self. I was terrified of being cast out. Choice, internal war, self hatred, suicidal ideation. The lesson, God is love, not a bouncer. True spirituality liberates, not imprisons. The blessing, left, found a grace filled community. My shame became my sacred freedom. And see, like when you're in a situation and it's not for you, just leave. The world is big. You have the whole world to travel. Why not travel it? 31. Why did I neglect my aging parents? Answer, because I chose convenience over duty. I was too busy. A choice. They fell, not got sick, needed me. I wasted there. I wasn't there. Guilt consumed me. Lesson. You get one set of parents. Time is the only currency that matters. The blessing. Move them closer. Now we have weekly dinners. My neglect became my nurture. 32. Why did I fake my orgasms? Answer, because I chose performance over pleasure. I didn't want to make it awkward. And see, like I'm giving y'all real examples, you know, so you can relate and identify. Choice. Years of unsatisfied sex, resentment towards my partner, intimacy died. Lesson. Honest communication is erotic. Faking is a death of connection. The blessing, started speaking up. Now my sex life is authentic and electric. My silence became my sass. All of this is being real. That's all we got to do is be real in life, man. Things are beautiful, man. 33. Why did I let my child quit everything? Answer, because I chose their comfort over their character. I couldn't stand to see them struggle. The choice. They grew up quitting sports, instruments, friendships, no grit. The lesson: struggle builds strength. Shield them and you cripple them. The blessing: enforce they finish what you start rule. Now they're resilient adults. The softness became their steel. It's mindset. Everything is mindset. You got the right mindset. It's nothing that you can't conquer or nothing you can't do. It's up to you. 34. Why did I diet myself into an eating disorder? Answer: because I chose control over health. I wanted to feel powerful in a chaotic world. The choice: hospitalization, organ damage, lost 5 years to anorexia. The lesson: true control is surrender to nourishment, to rest, to your body's wisdom. The blessing: recovered. Now I'm a nutritionist who promotes intuitive eating. My disorder became my discernment. Through adversity comes change. But you have to be 100% honest, not with no one but yourself. 35. Why did I put my dreams on hold until the kids grew up? Answer: because I chose sacrifice over integration. I thought motherhood meant martyrdom. The choice: kids left home. I had no identity, no purpose, deep depression. The lesson: you can parent and pursue purpose. Children need a model, not a martyr. The blessing: went back to school at 50, graduated with honors. My delay became my second act. 36. Why did I refuse to forgive my father? Answer: because I chose bitterness over healing. My anger felt like justice. The choice: carried rage for 20 years. It poisoned my relationship and my health. Lesson: unforgiveness is drinking poison and expecting them to die. I say it all the time. You're going to die because you're the one that this drinking the poison. The blessing: wrote him a letter, didn't send it, forgave him in my heart. My chains fell off. My bitterness became my breakthrough. I'm going to say that again for someone. The blessing is: wrote him a letter, didn't send it, forgave him in my heart. My chains fell off. My bitterness became my breakthrough. Think about it. 37. Why did I settle for a small life? Answer: because I chose safety over significance. I was terrified of my own greatness. The choice: lived small, played small, felt small, regretted at 60. The lesson: playing it safe is the riskiest move of all. You die all anyway, at least die empty. The blessing: started speaking, writing, leading. Now I inspire thousands. My smallness became my stage. 38. Why did I pretend to be straight? Answer: because I chose acceptance over authenticity. I feared rejection from family and church. Choice: 20 years of closet misery made marriages suicidal thoughts. The lesson: alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Your sexuality is not a sin. Your shame is a sin against yourself. The blessings: came out at 45, found love, peace, and chose a family. My closet became my coming out party. Uh, everybody has their thing. You know, I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. So how can I judge? 39. Why did I overfunction my partner? No, why did I overfunction for my partner? Answer: because I chose enabling over empowering. I wanted to be needed. The choice: they became dependent, lazy, entitled. I became exhausted and resentful. The lesson: love is not doing for others what they can do for themselves. The blessing: stop rescuing. They stepped up. Now we're equal partners. My over functioning became my functioning or our functioning. 40. Why did I choose not to have kids and then regret it? Answer. Because I chose freedom over family. I thought kids would trap me. Choice. At 48, I felt the emptiness of no legacy, no one to pass my stories to. The lesson. Freedom and family aren't opposites. They're different paths. Regret is the teacher, not a judge. The blessing became a mentor to young people. Now I have 20 spiritual children. My barrenness became my harvest. 41. Why did I stay in church that hurt me? Because I chose loyalty over truth. I thought suffering was my cross. The choice, spiritual abuse, manipulation, loss of faith. The lesson, God is not abusive. Leave any institution that uses his name to control you. The blessing, found a healthy family community. My trauma became my therapy, my theology, rather. 42. Why did I avoid investing? Answer, because I chose fear of loss over hope of gain. I hoarded cash. The choice, inflation ate my savings. I retired with less than I needed. The lesson, risk is necessary for growth. Calculated risk is wisdom. The blessing, started late but learned fast. Now I teach financial literacy to seniors. My fear became my financial fluency. 43. Why did I not set boundaries with my in laws? The answer, because I chose peace over protection. I didn't want to be the difficult daughter in law or son in law. The choice, they overstepped constantly. I resented my spouse. Marriage nearly broke. Lesson, boundaries protect love, they don't restrict it. Blessing, set firm, kind limits. Now I have a respectful relationship with them. My silence became my strength. What I always tell you guys, when you become grown, you have to set boundaries because people will do what they want to do with you. If you don't set boundaries, they will set boundaries for you. And you'll be having to go through what they want you to do. So always know, man, set boundaries, man. It's healthy. 44. Why did I stop traveling? Answer, because I chose routine over wonder. I got comfortable in my bubble. The choice. Life became gray, predictable, boring. I felt dead inside. The lesson. Wonder is not childish, it's essential. Travel expands your soul. The blessing. Booked a trip solo. Now I go somewhere new. I go somewhere new yearly. My rut became my runway. 45. Why did I ignore my passion for music? Because I chose practicality over passion. Musicians don't make money. Choice. 30 years of corporate life, midlife crisis. I bought a guitar. The lesson, passion is not a career plan, it's a life force. You can do both. The blessings, now I play at open mics. My soul is fed. My practicality became my playlist. 46. Why did I compare my marriage to others? Answer, because I chose appearance over reality. I wanted the perfect picture. And see, this is what a lot of people do, man. Instead of living where you want to live, doing the right thing by God and by people, you don't have to worry about that. You can be yourself. And if a person don't accept you for being who you are, that's not people you want in your life. And I'm not talking about no fruity stuff. I'm talking about real life stuff, grown men, grown women. living life right way, and that's not to, say nothing against no one. Because like I said, I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but that's how I have to live. And I have to tell people how I was taught how to live the right way. That's it. You know, um, the choice: resented my spouse for not being enough, almost divorced. Lesson: every marriage has struggles. The only comparison worth making is with yesterday's you. The blessing: focus on my own growth. Now we're stronger than ever. My envy became our intimacy. 47. Why did I never learn to cook? Answer: because I chose convenience over nourishment. I ate takeout daily. The choice: poor health, high cholesterol, lost connection to food. The lesson: cooking is an act of self love. Nourishment is ritual. The blessing: learn to cook at 55. Now I host dinner parties. My dependency became my hospitality. 48. Why did I stop reading? Answer: because I chose passive consumption over active growth. I scrolled instead of studied. So many people do that. I'm guilty of it myself. Choice: stagnant mind, shallow conversation, lost curiosity. The lesson: reading is mental exercise. Curiosity keeps you young. The blessing: now I read 30 books a year. My mind is sharp again. My laziness becomes my library. 49. Why did I run from commitment? Answer: because I chose freedom over responsibility. I was terrified of being trapped. Choice: fled from every deep relationship, ended up alone at 50. Lesson: commitment is not a cage, it's a container for depth. The blessing: committed to a partner at 52, found deep friendship, deep freedom inside the container. My flight became my landing. And 50. Why did I wait until now to answer these questions? Because I chose avoidance over awakening. I wasn't ready to see the truth. And this is what a lot of people answer is on 50. The answer, the choice rather: wasted years, missed opportunity, unnecessary pain. The lesson: the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. The blessing: you're reading this, that means you're awake. The rest of your life being today. My delay became my divine starting point. And in closing, as I did yesterday, look back at the 50. Notice the patterns. Every adversity was preceded by a choice. Every choice was made from fear, pride, comfort, or shame. And every adversity carried a lesson, hidden in plain sight, that led to blessings you could not have reached any other way. That is not punishment. That is pedagogy. You are not being destroyed, you are being developed. The blessing is not the prize at the end. It is the person you become in the middle, the person who no longer makes the old choice, the person who sees pain differently, the person who can now help others. So here's your final question, not number 51, but question. What choice will you make today, not to avoid adversity, but to shape it into your next blessing? Because remember, your choice shapes your past adversities. Your new choices will shape your future adversities. And your response to that adversity will determine whether it becomes a tombstone or a stepping stone. You are the author. The adversity is the plot twist. The lesson is the theme and the blessing. The blessing is the whole story, and you get to write every single page from here forward. Go ahead and give it life. This is what it's about. Write your story. No one can write your story better than you. And this is what I tell people. As I said, this is the program. It's the workbook, man. If you want to get yourself together, this is the workbook. Through adversity come change. And so it's me, my picture's on the back. And if you want to do the lesson, just read it, go through the adversity to make the change. Both of them on Amazon and the Kindle. Through adversity come change. You have to go through your adversities for things to change in your life. I had to learn the hard way. 28 years of my life. I had to learn the hard way. But thank God I learned. Some people get it early, some people get it late, some people never get it. I'm just happy I got it. And the beautiful thing about it, my cup overfloweth. So that's why I always give some to y'all. My cup is never half empty. It's always overflowing because there's a God. And he sits high and looks low. And he takes care of those who do what he asks. So his obligation is to give them what they ask. And it's a beautiful beautiful thing. Living life the right way, doing the right thing in your life. Watch how great your life changes. Like I said yesterday, if you do one thing a day, that's 365 things a year that you do to make your life better. If you do once a week, that's 52 things a year to make your life better. If you do once a month, it's 12 things that'll make your life better. And once a year, it's just one. But you'll be better than you was the day before. It's through adversity come change, baby. It's up to you. No one can do it for you. It's just like working out. No one can heal for you. No one can make the decisions for you. You have to do it for yourself. If you want to live right and do the right thing. Because we're only on this earth for a little while. We're going to be dead longer than we're alive. And like I said, if you ain't get shit out, spit out, or swallow, you have a purpose because you're one of billions of sperm cells that made it. Think about that. The strongest struggle of your life. And you were one chosen out of billions. So just know you have a purpose. Find your purpose and you'll find your freedom. No one told you today they love you. I'm telling you. Get your spirit right with the Most High so you can live a better life. Y'all have a blessed night. TACC man out. Peace.